seeing how much power my Stage 2 Plus M140i is running. On this car, I have mapped XHP onto the gearbox and also MG Flash's Stage 2 Plus map on the engine. So in order to do that, I've had to put on some required modifications in order to allow a Stage 2 Plus map. But I've not only done them, I've also added some other supporting mods which hopefully help today on the dyno runs. But as I've said before, we're not going to see a massive difference with the extra mods I've done unless we actually went out and got a custom tune. But it'd be really interesting to see what this gets on a dyno today. Before we get into the video properly, comment down below your figures of what you think it's going to get. So in terms of modifications, this car has the standard M140i back box with a double res delete and then into a free-flowing downpipe. So if we pop the bonnet, you can take a look at the, well, dirty beast. Don't that look so good? So the modifications under here include the B58TU fuel pump, the B58TU spark plugs, the ITG panel filter in there, the hot climate mod which goes through there into the airbox. I've then got the intake scoop in there which you can't really see, and then I've got the intake pipe here which gets rid of like the turbo elbow and the filters that are normally on it, so that goes straight into the turbo. And then I've also got a charge pipe as well. But that's pretty much all the supporting mods I've done on the car. Wait a minute. What's that? It's a Carly box. Now, funny enough, Carly have actually sponsored today's video. So before you put a car on a dyno, it's always best to check the health of your vehicle, and to do that, we can use Carly. The Carly allows you to do manufacturer-grade diagnostics, used car checks, read live data and parameters, and also, the coolest feature, coding. So to set it up, it's really simple. Just plug that in, turn the engine on. We're then going to search the Carly app. Now once in the app, you can be greeted with this page. I've already got my car selected, but you can go in there and add a new car, whatever car you have. And then once you've selected your car, click down the bottom, click connect. It says plug in the scanner DOBD port, which we've done, turn on the engine vehicle and make sure Bluetooth is on. All of that is okay, so let's connect it. Now it's really nice that Carly's wanted to sponsor this video purely because I actually use this product and I really enjoy it. So for example, the other day my dad needed the ABS sensors changing on his car and it kept coming up with an error light on the dash. So I changed the sensors, I was able to clear the codes and then it was fixed. But Carly actually enabled us to find out what the actual problem was, because it came up with like just like a stabilization fault on the screen, but that could have been like anything. So but by plugging it in, Carly actually said ABS sensor rear left. So cool, that is now all connected. So we click back and now you should see this screen that says connected. So we can go along to features. You can see diagnostics, live data, used car check. You've got coding there. You can do stuff for the iDrive. You can open and close exhaust flaps so they can stay permanently open or permanently closed. You can reset service intervals. If I get a new battery, I can reset that, because you need to tell the car that it's got a new battery. You can clear the DPF, obviously if it was a diesel vehicle. I can reset the transmission adaptations. There's all sorts of stuff. But for the minute, we're going to go ahead and click on diagnostics and read the code. So click check for issues, and this will now scan the car. It only takes about 30 seconds to a minute to scan the car, and hopefully there'll be no issues. Well, no engine issues anyway. There might be a few little codes that will pop up, because obviously over time little things do happen in the electronics. You can reset them or clear the codes and they won't come back. But yeah, so let's see. So it's now completed the scan. It's come up with 7 issues. Now this one I kind of knew about because it's the brake wear sensors, and these brakes are due, so that's probably why it's coming up. So I knew that. And there's a few other little bits, but these are probably just glitches, and I'm sure if I clear these won't come back anyway. So yeah, we can now clear the codes. It will make some weird noises on the dash, but that's all normal. And there we have it. That's all now clear, and you can also set a reminder so you can check again in 3 days to see if they come back. Now also with Carly, you can obviously do the coding side of things. Now I've already coded this car, so I've coded it so when you unlock the car, the mirrors unfold, and when you lock it, they fold. I've coded out the start stop, so it's basically always off, because that is so annoying. I've also done the audible beep, so when you lock the car, it goes beep, and when you unlock it, it goes beep beep, just so you don't have to look at your car when you walk away or whatever, you just can hear it and you know it's locked. There's so many features, it's awesome. Once again, a massive thank you to Carly for sponsoring the video. If you want to head and check out Carly, I'll leave all the links and information in the description down below. Right, let's get to the dyno. So I've now arrived here at Collins of Probus here in Cornwall, because they've kindly allowed me to film my car go on the dyno cell. So massive shout out to Collins of Probus. Their customer service and like sorting all this out was so smooth, and the guys here are really, really nice. So yeah, thank you guys, I really appreciate that. But yeah, look at the car, it's looking absolutely stunning. Without further ado, let's get the car on the dyno, see what power it's running. I'm hoping for like 465, something like that. Gary, the lovely gentleman who is sorting this all out for me, he's just quickly taken the car around the block just to make sure the car's running all right before we put it into the cell. So he's now back. Hopefully all is good. Perfect, by the sounds of that, it's all good. Right, so what Gary's doing here is giving the car a once over, and this is what they do every single time they put a car on dyno, just to make sure there's no like bowl tyres or like a hole in the exhaust or anything like that. So it's good to you know that it's actually getting a quick check all the way around to make sure nothing is broken. Right, so it's time for the first run. Let's see what it makes. That sounded absolutely ridiculous. Right, so we've done a couple of dyno runs. The first one was in 5th gear, and we had a small problem, and we think it's because it's either the engine or the gearbox limiting the torque and the power. So it only got to like 5,000 RPM and basically have like a speed limit on it. But we've ran it in 6th gear, and these are the figures we've got. 462.5 bhp and 668.3 newton meters. So that is pretty much exactly where I was thinking. I did say just a minute ago about 465 horsepower. So for an off-the-shelf map from MG Flasher, I think that's pretty good. So this here is exactly what was explained about the 5th gear. There must be some sort of limit on it, but Gary was just saying, look how smooth the graph is. Like, that is ridiculous. That's the torque there, but that's the, look at that. That is so smooth. But that run made 439.6, and yeah, this is the 6th gear one. So the power is still pretty linear. There's a little jump there, but you know, Gary still said that's pretty good, especially for off-the-shelf map. That's nothing to really worry about. But yeah, super happy with that. So there we have it. After a few runs, 462 brake horsepower. A massive thank you to Gary and all the guys here at Collins and Probus. Like, the whole experience of coming here and doing all this has been really great. So yeah, thank you for letting me record, and thank you for making, you know, allowing me to make a really good video. So that's pretty much where I'm going to wrap up today's video. Make sure you leave a like, rate, and comment, and subscribe. And I really do hope you enjoyed this video, because, you know, I've been wanting to dyno this thing for so long after doing all these little mods, and finally I've done it, and I'm happy with the result. Maybe in the future we're looking at getting like a custom tune maybe, but yeah, that's for the future. But once again, I shall catch you guys very, very soon in a brand new video.